Welcome to my YouTube channel, where we dive deep into the Yellowstone universe, uncovering secrets, solving mysteries, and connecting all the dots Taylor Sheridan has left behind. If you're a true Yellowstone fan, then you've probably found yourself yelling at the screen more than once, especially during that jaw-dropping finale of 1923. One mystery that continues to fuel endless theories is the tangled web of the Dutton family tree. Who exactly is John Dutton's father? Is it Jack? Is it Spencer? Or is there another twist coming our way? Taylor Sheridan clearly enjoys keeping us in suspense, dropping breadcrumbs and making us wait years to piece together even the simplest truths. But thankfully, with the information we already have, we can start making some pretty solid theories. Let's start with a big moment from the 1923 finale, when Alexandra tells Spencer she wants to name their child John, after his late brother. This has led many to assume that Spencer's son is the father of our John Dutton from Yellowstone. And honestly, it fits. Kind of. But the truth might not be that straightforward. The creators have kept the lineage vague on purpose, leaving fans in a constant state of speculation. Even Julia Schlief, the actress who plays Alexandra, admitted in an interview that while she believes her character could be John Dutton's grandmother, nothing is officially confirmed. She even joked that we won't know for sure until Taylor Sheridan writes 50 more episodes. To make things even murkier, Spencer's child is born prematurely, at just 6 months. And while some premature babies do survive, especially today, back then the chances were slim. So was that baby really the John Dutton we know? Then there's another twist. Spencer apparently fathered a second son with a mysterious widow, a character who's only been hinted at and never fully explored. He never married her, which technically makes the child illegitimate. But that doesn't mean he didn't raise the child or claim him as his own. If that's the case, that son could be the real father of the modern-day John Dutton. Now here's where things get even wilder. Some fans speculate that this widow might be none other than Tiana Rainwater. Think about it. She is a widow, and while she and Spencer never interacted on screen, their paths almost crossed. And since we know Tiana is destined to end up in Montana, the theory isn't entirely far-fetched. It would even explain a lot about Beth Dutton, her intensity, her emotional fire. If Tiana is her ancestor, that kind of generational trauma and rage makes total sense. And let's not forget about Jack and Elizabeth. Elizabeth leaves the ranch pregnant in the 1923 finale, but we never find out what happens next. Rumors suggest that their lineage could lead to yet another Yellowstone spin-off. But there's also a possibility that their child will return to Yellowstone one day, claiming the Dutton name, the ranch, and possibly even being John's father. At the core of all these tangled storylines is the Dutton family tree. It all began in 1883 with James Dutton, the original patriarch, who settled the land in Montana. He and his wife Margaret had 3 children: Elsa, John Sr., and Spencer. Elsa died young, and John Sr. was killed during the events of 1923, leaving Spencer as the only surviving child. Spencer marries Alexandra, and together they represent the second generation. John Sr.'s son Jack and his wife Elizabeth make up the third generation. Then it gets complicated. Technically, Jack's child would be the 4th generation, which matches the timeline, because Yellowstone confirms that John Dutton III is the 5th generation. But if Spencer's child is actually John's father, that would mean Spencer's son is also the 3rd generation, making John the 4th. That throws the whole timeline off. Now here's the wild part. John Dutton III has 4 children: Lee, Case, Beth, and Jamie, who's adopted, so we'll set him aside. These are the 6th generation. Case's son Tate represents the 7th, and if you remember, back in 1883, It was prophesied that the Duttons would lose the ranch by the seventh generation. And that's exactly what happened when the land was handed over to the reservation. But if Spencer's child is John's father, then Tate might actually be the sixth generation, not the seventh. That would mean the prophecy hasn't come true yet. So either Taylor Sheridan can't count, or something tragic is going to happen to Spencer's child, rewriting the family tree once again. Outro. What do you think will happen? How do you believe this confusion will be cleared up in Yellowstone, 1944, or future spin-offs? Drop your thoughts in the comments and leave an emoji in honor of the Dutton family legacy. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow for more deep dives, weekly theories, and everything related to the Yellowstone universe.